Your dog just did something wrong. They knocked over your coffee. They chewed the corner of your favorite book. They jumped on someone who did not want to be jumped on. And now they are doing that thing. The thing with the ears and the eyes and the slow, low approach. The thing that makes you forget you were ever annoyed in the first place. You call it the guilty look. You post videos of it online and the whole world laughs. But what is actually happening when your pug performs that extraordinary display of contrition is not what you think it is. It is something older, something more neurologically complex, and something far more emotionally significant than guilt. And once you understand what it really is, you will never respond to it the same way again. Picture the moment. You come home and find the evidence. The chewed cushion. The overturned bin. The muddy paw prints across the white floor. And before you have said a single word, before your face has fully formed the expression of displeasure, your pug is already transforming. The body is lowering. The ears are flattening. The tail, normally a tight curled spring of perpetual enthusiasm, is dropping and slowing. The eyes are growing enormous, showing white at the lower edges, fixed on your face with an intensity that borders on desperate. They are not moving toward you. They are not moving away. They are frozen in this elaborate, precisely calibrated display, every muscle in their body arranged to communicate one thing. Please. Please do not be angry. Please let us be okay. Most owners see this display and think one of two things. Either their dog feels genuine guilt, they know what they did was wrong, they are sorry, they understand. Or the dog is simply reacting to the owner's body language, reading the tension, performing appeasement, without any real emotional understanding of what happened. The truth, as confirmed by the most current animal cognition research, is more nuanced and more extraordinary than either interpretation. Your dog is not experiencing guilt the way humans experience guilt, with a cognitive review of past actions, moral self-assessment, and conscious regret. But they are not simply performing empty appeasement either. What they are doing exists in a category that has no precise human equivalent. A category that sits somewhere between social intelligence, emotional attunement, and something that functions neurologically and behaviorally almost exactly like an apology. This is not just behavior. This is biology. To understand what your pug is doing when they perform the sorry display, we need to understand the social architecture of the wolf pack and the role of appeasement behavior in maintaining group cohesion. In wild canid groups, conflict between members is not resolved through prolonged tension or sustained aggression. It is resolved through a precise ritualized sequence of appeasement signals, a biological reset protocol that allows the group to return to cooperation and safety as quickly as possible. The subordinate member lowers their body below the dominant member's eye line. They avert their gaze. Not fully, but partially, the whites of the eyes showing as they track the dominant member's face without making full confrontational eye contact. They move slowly, with exaggerated care. They may lick the dominant member's muzzle, the ancient submissive greeting of the wolf. Every element of this display is a signal in a precise biological language that says, "The conflict is over on my side. I am not a threat. We are still a group. Please let us return to normal." Your dog runs this exact protocol when they sense your displeasure. Not because they calculated it, because it is written into the oldest part of their social brain. Research from Alexandra Horowitz at Barnard College, Columbia University, the leading authority on dog cognition and the guilty look specifically, found something that challenged everything owners believe about this moment. In a controlled study, dogs showed the guilty look in direct response to owner displeasure regardless of whether the dog had actually done anything wrong. Dogs who had not misbehaved at all showed the guilty look when owners were told they had and approached them with displeasure. Dogs who had misbehaved showed less guilty look when owners were calm and unaware. The guilty look, Horowitz concluded, is not a demonstration of guilt about a past action. It is a real-time social response to perceived relational threat. But a separate study from the University of Portsmouth found something equally remarkable. Dogs showed distinctly different physiological responses when approaching an owner they had genuinely frustrated versus a neutral stranger, suggesting that while the look may not be cognitive guilt, it is accompanied by genuine emotional arousal specific to the relationship. Your dog is not faking. They are not performing. They are experiencing something real. Something that functions as relational repair. Something that is, in every way that matters, an apology. So what do you do when your dog says sorry? Here is the three-step response that honors what they are offering and completes the biological repair cycle they are trying to initiate. Step 1. Receive the signal. When you see the display beginning, the lowering body, the soft eyes, the slow approach, consciously soften your own body language first. Drop your shoulders. Unclench your jaw. Lower your chin slightly. These micro-signals are read by your dog with extraordinary precision. Your physical softening communicates, before a single word is spoken, that the relational threat is reducing. This is not letting them off the hook. This is speaking their language. Step 2. The acceptance signal. Get down to their level, not looming above them, not forcing contact, just lowering your own body to reduce the height differential. Extend one open hand, palm up, toward them. Let them come to you rather than reaching for them. When they make contact, when they lick your hand, nudge your palm, press their forehead against your fingers, say their name once, quietly and warmly. That contact, that name, in that tone, closes the repair cycle completely. The cortisol that has been flooding their system since the moment they anticipated your displeasure begins to fall. The oxytocin rises. The group is intact again. Step 3. The clean release. Once you have received their apology and given the acceptance signal, let it be completely finished. No returning to the subject. No prolonged subdued energy. No lingering tension in your voice for the rest of the evening. Dogs do not process prolonged emotional aftermath the way humans do. For them, the repair cycle either completes or it does not. Incomplete repair, where the owner accepts the apology physically but maintains emotional distance, leaves the dog's nervous system in a state of unresolved alert that is more stressful than the original conflict. Every time your pug lowers that extraordinary wrinkled forehead, fixes those enormous eyes on your face, and begins the slow, careful approach of the sorry display, they are offering you something remarkable. They are choosing, in the face of relational rupture, to move toward you rather than away, to risk the approach rather than retreat into safety, to prioritize the bond over self-protection.